Do you ever feel like the harder you try, the harder things become? It's like when you try really hard to get someone to like you and then suddenly you're awkward and uncomfortable. Or for me, whenever I try and get my skin in really great shape, it's like it makes my skin worse. It's gotta be some type of law of the universe. And there's a book called Letting Go that really touches on this. But sometimes I think we're just gripping too tight for something we want, and then by doing so, it's as if we push it away. I have never worked out so little with such low intensity, thought so little about food, or liked how I look, like how I feel any more than I do now. And I think the reason why I've been successful is because I'm letting go. I'm not trying so hard anymore. Now, this is not something that I think can just happen overnight. Oh, good to know. I just shouldn't care so much. I don't think that's the case, but I have certainly had this shift over time, and I've been wondering what it is. And it's that I'm letting go. So when I say I'm not working out intensely, I'm still doing continuity, 30 minutes just about every day. There's some days I missed, like I didn't work out today, big deal. And it's strange. Now, by the way, I'm going to have updates pretty soon here on continuity, but it's like, honestly, probably the easier of all the Tracy Anderson workouts I've done. And I know it's working in some way because I'm seeing results, but there's a part of me, that old intense part of me, that's like, am I really getting enough out of this? I've also just been making more time for walking and getting just balanced activity over doing all sorts of dance cardio. I've said it once, I'll say it a billion times. Dance cardio is one of those things where if you find it's causing you to eat a lot more, you think it's messing up your hormones, maybe back off. I'm finding I'm better off not doing so much dance cardio. Sometimes I want to, but lately I have not been doing dance cardio. And I mean, it's been over a month now that I haven't done any dance cardio. So in this video, I just want to share with you what I mean by this approach I have now. This approach where I'm not trying so hard and somehow my results are better than ever. Might that be the problem? What if us trying so hard is a part of the problem? So when it comes to my workouts, I'm still doing continuity. It's still at 30 minutes. It's very low impact. And in a weird way, the levels are much easier than metamorphosis. And I have no idea why the workout is designed this way. I really do try and be intentional about all the moves so I make it challenging. But out of all the Tracy Anderson levels and programs, it's almost like continuity is getting easier. I know that's going to change, but it's been interesting. Also, learning about blood sugar and eating for my blood sugar has been unbelievably revolutionary. If you struggle with being hungry all the time, if you struggle with binging, if you struggle with food in general, please look at blood sugar. I mean, even anxiety and hormones, it's all tied to blood sugar. It's unbelievable. Since having the levels continuous glucose monitor, which I had for a little over a week, I took it off. I'm taking a little bit of a break. But since having that, I've been able to eat for my blood sugar and know where my blood sugar stands based on how I feel. For the most part. I mean, I'm not an expert status. I only did it for like 9 days. But I now prefer not to have sweets because I know how it affects my energy levels. And I'm sure that's helping me with my results too, just avoiding sugar. It's also helping my sleep quality, it's helping my mood, it's helping my energy levels. There's all these things which I'm sure just add to this kind of upward spiral I'm experiencing. Another major thing I do that I forget about a lot is a simple body visualization technique. I'm a big believer in manifesting, although my sisters and I, we've known about manifesting since we're kids. I mean, we're kind of lucky in that way. And it's almost like the word manifest has bad juju for us. It's kind of corny now. And it's like we sometimes refer to it as the M word. It kind of insinuates that you can just think something up and then it'll happen. I don't believe that, but I do believe in aligning yourself from an energy perspective. The visualization technique is an outstanding way to do that. I will link some videos that go into more detail on it, but there's a lot to be said about the belief systems we lead our lives with and how that may set ourselves up for failure. There's a lot of people out there that may identify with being thin, and being thin is just very easy for them. It's who they are. Or maybe being heavy. They just, oh, it's who I am. And when you lead your life with a identity like that, you likely will make decisions that validate that identity. And then when it comes to blood sugar, it's really driven me to eat for how I feel. And in that way, I'm tuning in with my body more. What does my body need? What's going to have me satisfied? What's going to have me feeling better later? It's not me dieting. It's not about dieting. You know, the going down the path of eating intuitively certainly got me on this path to be able to eat for how I want to feel. But now knowing about blood sugar and eating with my blood sugar in mind is next level. So to kind of wrap up this short message to you, to give the possibility that you may be being too hard on yourself. You may be trying too hard. Think of all the things in your life that you can identify that when you try so hard, it's almost like it pushes it away. Maybe that's just me. Maybe it's kind of crazy. Maybe you prefer to do things hard, and maybe you are getting the results you want. But for me, I am now aware that in many ways I was getting in my own way by making things more challenging than they needed to be, and I had no idea. A few years ago, you told me that my intense workouts were actually working against me. I would say, no way. There's no way. But I'd also be too scared to stop those workouts out of fear that I would balloon. When in all reality, those intense workouts were causing me to hold on to extra weight, causing me to make poor food choices. How many of us are just stuck in this cycle? All that starts from trying too hard, being so desperate. Working out in a way that's much more about getting good movement and tuning in and feeling the moves, eating for feeling optimal, and learning about blood sugar and learning how to do that has been profound. The body visualization technique that most days takes me about 15 seconds. I'm very quick about it. I will link a video. I think there's something to this. I think we've been trying way too hard. And this may be crazy. Okay, cool. But that's been on my mind a lot lately, and I wanted to share that with you. So with that, I hope you like this video. I hope you have a fantastic week, and I hope to see you next time.